Welcome to Banana Bread Trades. Here we talk about trading futures. Shit post on Discord, post dank memes, and most importantly, eat banana bread and make money.
Welcome everyone to Banana Bread Trades. My name is Goose and welcome back to another recap in tomorrow's trade plan, where we're going to recap Friday's trades, which honestly there weren't any, as well as talk about our trade plan for Monday and kind of what we're expecting this week as far as movement. So as far as Friday goes, I actually took no real planned trades that we had. It really just consolidated all day. I mean, if we zoom in here on the 15-minute chart here on ES, and the same thing is with NQ as well, we just consolidated the entirety of the day just at, the point of control. It was just a really, really nasty range day. And then at the end of the day, we did get a pretty intense sell. I wasn't even at charts anymore. I left after the first couple hours of the day, after we had ranged pretty hard. Like I said, there was just nothing really to play. We didn't move anywhere near anywhere we wanted to long. We didn't move anywhere high enough for us to consider shorts. We just ranged. And that's okay to skip out on days like that. Those aren't my favorite types of days because, as you guys know, I like to get into a position and then hold for a long amount of time for a lot of points. So if the reward isn't there for the type of trading I like to do, I just sit out or I trade other tickers. But it was Friday. We had a great week. So I just checked out. We had no trades on either NQ or ES. So let's go ahead and just focus on now what we're going to do for this week and for Monday. And as we can see right now, markets are open here on Sunday. We have a gap up, and this thing is buying up pretty aggressively already right here at open. Let's see, we opened at 53.29. We're already all the way up at 53.34, so already almost 10 points up on ES. Same thing on NQ. Opened up, and we're pumping, not as big as a pump relative on NQ here. Opened up, no gap on NQ. Opened up at 18,633. We're all the way up at 18,662. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, 633, 60, 62, 30 to 40 points there. So, decent little move there on NQ. Same thing on ES. Decent little move. About one strike price if you were to look at QQQ or SPY. We've moved about one strike price since open. So, not anything crazy, but a decent enough move to where it's like, hey, this is significant. But let's talk about what we actually want to play here. And as for right now, I'm doing nothing. I have no trades at this moment. But as far as what I want to see, I want to see some rotation down. I want to see this gap fill. I don't think I can really get married to any longs until this gap here, this overnight gap fills. So let's go ahead and mark that out as well. Let me find our rectangle box. Here it is. So we're going to mark out this right here, this gap fill. And we'll go ahead and mark this gap fill bright yellow, fill it yellow. That is our gap. We got to pay attention to that. We need that to fill in order for us to really be married to longs. I know it's pumping right now and we want to have that FOMO. But that's kind of a classic trap. Now, it can pump a little ways with, not coming back and filling this gap, but just the statistics of if it doesn't fill in the overnight session, chances are this is going to fill in regular trading hours. And if it doesn't fill in the morning of regular trading hours, chances are we get one of those late afternoon sell-offs. So I'm going to wait on that to fill. And then as far as where I want to long, I don't even think I'm that interested in taking a long there. We still have, volume gaps, all these singles, all the way down at this CPI level here. As you can see, Friday, we bounced at this CPI breakout after the release, and into regular trading hours. This was the breakout level. So we came down and we tested that breakout level from regular trading hours after CPI release. And we held and we bought up. So things are still very bullish, in my opinion. But I can't just blindly buy the tops either, as far as, our long holds go. So I'm very neutral, but also bullish. I just need an opportunity to buy and I'm not going to catch myself buying the top either. So if we don't fill this gap tomorrow, I'll probably just be sitting out, not necessarily hunting shorts, but as far as our ES long hold plays, I just really got nothing until this gap fills. If this gap fills and then we have an obvious reason to long, you know, as far as, you know, initial balance, opening range, something like that, then I'll consider it. But if not, then I'm also just patient for, you know, either a CPI retracement or, you know, something else of like a lot of value. There is an unfilled POC, which was, you know, yesterday's mega, you know, consolidation area at 53.19. So 53.19, 53.20 area. If we can fill that gap, then go retest that POC there, then that would probably be my first sign to long. So let's go ahead and mark this out as well. As far as our first idea to long, we want to see this fill. Oops, that's not what we wanted. We want a path, not just a straight line. There we go. So this is probably going to bounce a little bit overnight. We want to come see this fill, and I'd really like to see this POC wicked, right? If this POC can wick, hold, then I'm in. That's probably my first real, you know, being sold on taking the long. There could be a possible long here at the gap fill. We'll just kind of have to watch price. If we can, you know, bounce this gap and reclaim this gap right away and it holds here, like let's say we come, we wick it, let's say we wick the gap, comes up, holds, and this holds here and it doesn't flush right back through, then I'd probably take a stab at the long too as far as that gap fill goes. If that gap fill doesn't go, you know, it doesn't hold right there, then I'm going to be looking for the long there at yesterday's or Friday's POC. And if we lose that POC, then I'm not touching any longs all the way down to 52.75, all the way down to 52.71, that kind of area there. That's the CPI long breakout area. And then we have maximum defense level down here at this swing POC at 52.44 as well. So that's kind of my idea as far as, you know, what my trade plan is. I don't have any real short bias. That's what we want right there. And then we'll do one more down through here. Those are our three long options right there. We have long option 1, long option 2, and long option 3. Those are my only three trades I really see. I don't see myself taking a short. I'm just not bearish. There's no reason for me to be bearish right now. There's no terrible news coming. The only sells we're going to get are these profit taking down to these levels. And unless that maximum defense level that I have marked out right here, unless we lose that and fail to regain that, I'd like to see it wicked and tested, yes. But if, you know, as long as we reclaim this level here, which I think we probably will, I'm all aboard for just stabbing longs. And I'm, you know, if we get these profit taking moves, I'll just stay flat and I'll wait for these long setups because I like to hold these long setups for quite a while. So that's really my plan. I mean, the same thing goes for NQ. I'll probably watch ES a little bit more, but we got plenty of down moves here to NQ. We don't have an untested POC from yesterday that's already been tested overnight. So the macro view on NQ isn't quite as clean, but we still have, you know, the move down here to the FOMC retracement, or not FOMC, but CPI retracement. And then we have unfilled POC here down at 18,307, as well as the swing POC down at 18,200. So those are the areas I'd be looking for longs on NQ as well. Although NQ, like I said, it's a little bit more of a wild animal. These levels aren't as well respected as we would see on ES. So I'll probably be watching ES a little bit more closely for these big moves. And then following suit, you know, if these are being tested on ES, then I might look at NQ and see if NQ is near any levels of interest as well. But really waiting on ES to get to these, you know, major tests. So that's our plan for today. As normal, my charts will be linked in the description, and that's all I got. So be patient tomorrow, be patient this week. In my opinion, this week will probably be a relatively slow week, seeing as how we have no news until Thursday, where we have jobless claims. I know Wednesday is meeting minutes, but if you look back over historically over this year and even last year, the minutes is just a recap of the actual FOMC release itself. And every minute's release has really been nothing. We've closed an opening range most of those days. It's no new information. We don't get new information in minutes, or at least we really shouldn't. It's just a recap and reiterating what we talked about in the previous FOMC meeting, leading into this next one that we have next week, which then I think we'll get some real action. So I'd like to see some of this volume get filled this week, backtrack, maybe get along at some of these areas. And yeah, that's really all I got.
So you can make money. Half cup premium butter, 3 bananas, 2 eggs, your preference of chocolate chips, 2 teaspoons vanilla extracts, 2 cups flour, 1 cup sugar, salt for brown sugar to change it up, 1 teaspoon baking soda, half teaspoon salt, half teaspoon cinnamon, bake for 45 minutes at 350 degrees. After you pull it out of the oven, immediately cover it in tin foil and leave set at room temperature overnight. The tin foil locks in the moisture so that when you cut into it, the next day you have super moist and delicious bread. And that's how you make the world's best banana bread. Eat banana bread, make